Now we already discussed the 3 cycles for the IC engine, that is your Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. Now there may be the question given in the your exam or in the gate paper, if we talk about, then they may ask a question on the comparison between the Otto cycle, dual cycle and diesel cycle. So we will study some of the concepts of the comparison, right? So in this video we will talk about the comparison of Otto, diesel and dual cycle. The first case of comparison is we have to set the limits, right? The first case is the same compression ratio and the same heat rejection, right? The compression ratio is same, that is the compression ratio, that is this V1 by V2 is same. This is same for all the 3 cycles, and your heat rejection is same for all the 3 cycles, right? So these two conditions are given, that the compression ratio is same and the heat rejection is same. So if we draw the graph, right, it's better to see the comparison, that whose efficiency is more, whose heat addition is more. Then it's better to understand with the help of this graph of PV and TS diagram. So let us say this is a PV diagram, this is the TS diagram. So this first process, that is from 1 to 2, that is the isentropic compression. This process 1 to 2 is same for all the cycles. This is same for all the cycles. So if I say this is process 1 to 2, first we will see that Otto cycle, this is 1 to 2 adiabatic compression, 2 to 6 is constant volume heat addition, 6 to 5 adiabatic expansion, and 5 to 1 constant volume heat rejection, right? So this heat rejection is same and this compression ratio is same. So for all the cycle, these two process, this process and this process is same, right? So this is the Otto cycle 1, 2, 6, 5, 1. Now we have to draw your cycle for the diesel, right? We have to draw the diesel cycle. So for the diesel cycle 1 and 2 will be same. This process is same. Now in the diesel cycle we have a constant pressure heat addition. So the constant pressure line will be this one. So this 2 to 7. This graph, this curve, this adiabatic curve, if we say that this is a adiabatic process, right? This will be this graph or this curve. If this curve will be same, this curve will be same, then only you will reach to this 0.5, right? Suppose you can say that, sir, this 2 to 7 will go up to this. Let us say 7 point is this. So you cannot join this 7 to this 5, because this graph, this curve will take a specific curve, right? This is a specific curve with the PV raised to power gamma, which is constant, right? It will depend upon the value of gamma, right? So it will be a specific curve. So if the end points of all the process, if the end points of all the heat addition process in all the cycle, that has to end on this graph only, then only you will reach to this 0.5 after the expansion. Just note it, right? This is a basic mathematics. So this is 2 to 7, this is 0.7. So 1, 2, 7, 5, 1. This is your diesel cycle, and now you have to add the dual cycle. So this is 1, 2 is same. This process is same for the dual cycle also. Now in the dual cycle we have two heat additions, one at constant volume, then at constant pressure. So well, let us say this 2 to 3, this heat addition is constant volume, and then 3 to 4, this 3 to 4, this is constant pressure heat addition. So this cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. This is your dual cycle, right? So these are the 3 cycles which I write here. So these 3 cycles will be represented in the PV diagram like this, for the same compression ratio and same heat addition. Sorry, heat rejection, same heat rejection, right? Now if I draw this graph on the TS, now if we show this 3 cycles in the TS diagram, so suppose this 1, 2, 6, 5, 1, right? This is your Otto cycle. Now this 1 to 2 is same for for all the 3 cycles. Now you have to draw the diesel cycle, and you know that in the diesel cycle the heat addition is at constant pressure and heat addition in Otto cycle is constant volume, right? And we know that the dt by ds for constant volume graph is more than dt by ds, the slope for constant pressure graph. You know this from the basic thermodynamics, right? So if this is the slope, if this 2 to 6, this is the slope of constant volume curve, then the constant pressure curve slope will be less than this. So if you see from here that 2 to 6, this curve slope is more than the curve of this constant pressure, that is 2 to 7. So that's why this 2 to 7 will be in the downward direction, right? Because of this thing which we know that the slope of constant volume graph is more than the slope of constant pressure graph, right? So this constant pressure graph will be below this constant volume graph. So this 1, 2, 7, 5, right? This will be your diesel cycle. Now we have to draw the dual cycle. So suppose this is 1 to 2, same for the dual cycle also. Let us say this 2 to 3, up to here we have constant volume heat addition. Now we have to draw a constant pressure heat addition whose slope will be less than the slope of this, right? So that's why it will also be in the downward direction. It will also be below to this constant volume curve. So let us say this is 0.4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. This is the dual cycle. Now we have to compare that for these, what will be the efficiency, right? Whose efficiency will be more for these condition, that is same compression ratio and same heat rejection. Now if you can see from this TS diagram, right, we know that the area under the curve on TS diagram when projected on the entropy axis will give you the heat transfer, right? So this area under this 5 to 1 graph, this area when projected on the entropy diagram like this, so this area under the 5 to 1 graph, this will give you the heat rejection, and that is same for all the 3 cycle, and this is our condition also. Now we know that the efficiency of a cycle will be defined as 1 minus heat rejected upon heat supply. 1 minus heat rejected upon heat supply. So you can say that in the condition we have that heat rejected is same. So we can say the cycle whose heat addition is more, that cycle has less efficiency, more efficiency, right? If this numerator is more, then this total value will be less, then the efficiency will be increased. So we can say that if I write here for the given heat rejected, higher the value of heat supply, higher is efficiency, right? Higher will be the efficiency. We know this from this equation that efficiency of a cycle is 1 minus heat rejected upon heat supply. And you know that heat transfer for a process is area under the curve on TS diagram, when projected on entropy axis, we know this, right? We know this. So if you can see from here that we can see from there that area of the curve 2 to 6, area of this curve 2 to 6, this area, this complete area, this area is more than the area of the curve from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, this area, right? You can see from here this 2 to 6 area is more than the area of 2, 3, 4, this area, right? Area of the curve 2, 3, 4, and this will be greater than the area of this diesel cycle, that 2 to 7, this area is smaller, so area of 2 to 7 graph, right? That means I can write heat addition in Otto cycle will be more than heat addition in dual cycle, and it will be more than the heat addition in diesel cycle, right? This will be the relation of heat addition, for the same compression ratio and same heat rejection. So from here you can write that efficiency of the Otto cycle will be more than the efficiency of the dual cycle, and it will be more than the efficiency of the diesel cycle. Right, you can write like this. This will be the result. Right, for the same compression ratio and same heat rejection, the efficiency of the Otto cycle will be more than the efficiency of the dual cycle, and it will be more than the efficiency of the diesel cycle. So this will be the comparison between Otto cycle, dual cycle and diesel cycle for this case. Right. Also you can also find these relation with the help of one formula also, that you know that the efficiency of a cycle will be equal to work done upon heat addition minus heat rejection. Right, work done upon heat addition. Work done upon heat addition. Right, work done upon heat addition. And heat addition can be written as, this will be equal to work done upon heat addition is work done plus heat rejection from the basic principle of thermodynamics, that is a conservation of energy. Heat added will be equal to your work done plus heat rejected. So from here you can write that efficiency will be equal to 1 upon, if I divide this with 1 plus heat rejection upon work done. Heat rejection upon work done. Heat rejection is same for all the three cases. This is same. So if this is more, if work done is more, then this value will be less, then this denominator will be less, then the efficiency will be more. Right. So now how to find the work done for a process in a closed system? That is the area under PdV. Right. Work done for a closed system is PdV for a closed process. PdV, area under the PV curve. So if you see from here that the net work done will be the area of the cycle on PV diagram, area of the cycle. And now you can see that the area of this cycle 1, 2, 6, 5 is more than the area of the cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will be more than the area of the cycle 1, 2, 7, 5. Right. So from here also you can write that the work done, the work which you get is more in Otto cycle than in your dual cycle, and it will be more than work done in diesel cycle. So same, from anywhere you can find the results, right? So this will be the first comparison on the same compression ratio and same heat rejection. Stop. Start. Now the next case of our comparison is, the case is same maximum pressure and temperature, right? In all the three cycles, the maximum pressure that can reach to the cycle and the maximum temperature that can reach will be the same. So we can say that the maximum pressure and your maximum temperature are same, right? Then we have to compare all the three cycles. Now, most important thing is, one thing you just need to know, that in the cycle we have four processes: compression, heat addition, expansion and heat rejection. If you can see that when in a cycle, when there is a maximum pressure and when there is a maximum temperature. If we talk about the compression process, in the compression your pressure is increasing, temperature is increasing. After compression we have heat addition. In the heat addition, pressure is increasing and temperature is increasing. After that we have two processes, that is expansion and rejection. In these two processes, your expansion and rejection, your pressure and temperature are decreasing. So in these cycles, the maximum pressure and maximum temperature will be at the end of the heat addition process. That one thing you should clear. right? So that maximum pressure and maximum temperature means the pressure and temperature after heat addition process. After heat addition process, then we know that if this is the thing which I am explaining to you to make the graph. Now in these cycles, one cycle is there, that is the diesel cycle, in which heat addition is at constant pressure. So at the end of the heat addition, the pressure will be equal to at the starting of the heat addition, or at the end of the heat addition the pressure will be equal to at the end of the compression, right? Because the heat addition will be at constant pressure. So if you draw the graph, then the maximum pressure that can reach in all these three cycles will be equal to the maximum pressure that can reach at the end of the compression process of the diesel cycle. This thing will be clear, right? Because at the end of the compression process in the diesel cycle, further there is no increase in the pressure. Because if you see the PV diagram of diesel cycle, it will be look like this, right? It will be look like this. So this pressure is the maximum pressure for the diesel cycle. There is no increase in the maximum pressure after that. But if we talk about your Otto cycle, this is the compression, this is the heat addition, this is the expansion, this is the heat rejection, right? So in the Otto cycle, this is the maximum temperature. Right? Sorry, maximum pressure and maximum temperature also corresponds to that point only, right? So, but we have to compare these so that maximum pressure of this cycle and this cycle will be equal. So for all the cycles, the maximum pressure will be the pressure that can achieve after the compression process of the diesel cycle. This one thing you have to note it down, right? Now, how to draw the graph? So first of all, let us draw the diesel cycle. So let us see this 1, 7, 4, 5. This is the diesel cycle. And this is the maximum pressure for diesel cycle, and this pressure will be the pressure of all the three cycles, right? So all the three cycles will reach, that means that if this is the maximum pressure in the diesel cycle, so for the Otto cycle and dual cycle, the heat addition process will end at this pressure, right? Because in the Otto cycle and in the dual cycle, after the compression there is a process that is heat addition in the constant volume. In that case, pressure is also increasing. So in that means that in the Otto cycle and the dual cycle, the pressure after the heat addition process or at the end of the heat addition process will reach to this maximum pressure, because condition is that maximum pressure will be same for all the three cycles. Now if this is the diesel cycle 1741, so if I draw the Otto cycle, so that means for Otto cycle this expansion process and this heat rejection will be same, right? Because there is no condition on these, so this will be same. So if this is the expansion process of the Otto cycle, then this fourth point must be the point at the end of the heat addition, and heat addition will be at constant volume. So just draw a straight line. So this 1 to 6, this is the compression process, 6 to 4 is the heat addition, 4 to 5 is the expansion, 5 to 1 is the heat rejection, right? So this is the common sense how to draw these diagrams. Now you want to draw the dual cycle. In the dual cycle we have heat addition at constant volume plus heat addition at constant pressure. So heat addition at constant pressure means that in that case heat addition will be from this line. In the heat addition process of constant pressure in the dual cycle, line will be this one only, because maximum pressure will be same. So suppose from here from here the heat addition at constant pressure will start. So heat addition at constant volume will be somewhat like this. Draw a straight line at constant volume. So this point 1 to 2, this is the compression in the dual cycle. 2 to 3 is the heat addition at constant volume. 3 to 4 is the heat addition at the constant pressure, because we have to maintain this maximum pressure same. I hope you understand this concept now. So this 1745 is diesel, 1645 is Otto, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is dual cycle. Now if you want to draw this cycle in the TS diagram as well, if you want to draw this cycle in the TS diagram, so this is the TS diagram. First of all, let us draw this diesel cycle. This is 17451, right? This line, if I talk about this line is constant pressure line. This line is constant pressure line corresponding to maximum pressure, which we have to maintain same for all the 3 cycles, right? So all the 3 cycles will have to reach this line. All the 3 cycles will have to reach this line. So if this 17451 is the diesel cycle, then if you want to draw the dual cycle, Otto cycle first, so this 4th point will be the end of the, because this temperature corresponding to this 4, this temperature is the maximum temperature which we have to maintain same, like this. At point 4 maximum pressure, at point 4 maximum temperature, we have to maintain the same. So this 4th point is the end point of the heat addition at constant volume in Otto cycle. So if this is the case, now we have to draw a constant volume heat addition in the Otto cycle, and you can see from here the compression in the Otto cycle will be less than the compression in the diesel cycle. So let us say this is the compression in the Otto cycle 1 to 6. So this slope will be more. This is the constant pressure line. So this will be more vertical. Its slope will be more. So this 6 to 4. This is the constant volume heat addition in the Otto cycle. Similarly, you have to draw the dual cycle. So suppose now this 1 to 2 is the compression. Suppose this 1 to 2 is the compression. Now we have a constant volume heat addition and constant pressure heat addition will follow this same line, because this is the constant pressure line corresponding to this. So this will follow the same line 3 to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 is the dual cycle. So this is the way you can draw the graph. Now we want to compare the efficiencies. So efficiency of any cycle will be equal to 1 minus heat rejected upon heat supply, 1 minus heat rejected upon heat supply. So from these diagram, if you can say that area under the curve 5 to 1 is same, right? For all the 3 cycles, this area under 5 to 1 when projected on the entropy axis, this area under this 5 to 1, this area is same. That means for all the 3 cycles, it means that for all the 3 cycles, heat rejection is same. Heat rejection is same if you go through the graph, right? So if this is same, so the cycles whose heat supply is more, that efficiency will be more. So from here you can write that, you know that the heat supply is your area under the curve on TS diagram, and if you can see that area, this is the heat additions, 7 to 4 heat addition, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 heat addition, 6 to 4 heat addition. Now you can see from here that area under the curve 7 to 4 is more than the area under the curve, this area, complete area is more than the area of this 2, 3, 4 graph, area under the graph 2, 3, 4, and this will be more than area under the graph 6 to 4. Right? This is simple, you can visualize from here. That means heat supply in the diesel cycle will be more than the heat supply in the dual cycle, and it will be more than heat supply in the Otto cycle. So same will follow with the efficiency. So efficiency in this case of diesel cycle will be more than the efficiency of the dual cycle. It will be more than the efficiency of the Otto cycle. So this will be the comparison between these. This will be the comparison between these three cycles. Right? In this case, diesel cycle will have more efficiency than the dual cycle, and it will be having more efficiency than the Otto cycle. Similarly, you can also calculate with the work done. So the efficiency will be equal to work done upon heat addition. This will be equal to work done upon heat rejection plus work done. So this is your 1 upon 1 plus heat rejection upon work done. Right? You can write like this. Similar case to our earlier. Heat rejection is same. If the work done is more, then this value will be less, complete value will be more, then efficiency will be more. And work done in a closed cycle will be the area under the curve or area of the cycle on the PV diagram. And you can see from here that the area enclosed by the cycle for the diesel cycle 1745. This area is more than this area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this area will be more than 1, 6, 4, 5. Right? You can see the areas. Then you know that the work done in the diesel cycle is more than the work done in the dual cycle, and it will be more than the work done in the Otto cycle. So will be the efficiencies relation. So this is the condition second which we have to study for comparison between Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle.